Hello YouTube, Mustro here with an episode of Culberg. Culberg will be our rail town and we are jumping into a new map. Let's get into the game. Okay, so my goal with this map is to make a rail town and I want to do that. Oh wait, I also want to do this as a stream, so I'm going to fire up the stream. One sec. Okay, so Culberg is a small settlement. I'm starting on the hard setting. We've got a map here to take a look at, and as you can see, we did spawn close to a river, which is nice. I've got a little bit of mountains in the center of the map. I'm using Verdant plains, so this is where I'll probably do the mining operation. And I'm thinking that most of this will be agricultural land, and I'm going to save this piece of the map for downtown development. I also want to have a rail line, as that's going to be my major feature of this town. So we're going to have a rail line. Maybe it'll come in from a tunnel here and kind of skirt through town. I don't know if I'll cross the river and go into downtown or not, but that's the plan. Where we're going to start is with our hard, homeless settlers who have nothing but a simple wagon of food. And I want to kind of go with the aesthetic of doing a little wagon circle here, and then we'll get some more of the development done. So let's get our windows up. We've got the general statistics. We'll do the log of events. Okay, so first off, we're going to have some people throw some tents out into the forest to start making a logging area for us and a forestry area for us. And I saw these in the theme set of the wagons. So support tents. A forester tent we're going to put over in this vicinity. And we'll put a hunter tent next to it. And then we want to start thinking about gathering the resources. So let's make a stockpile for nearby resources. We'll just put down that. And then most of the early buildings that I want to do is, I think they only need wood. Let's look for that again. Haven't got used to remembering where it is. Here it is. In the themed sets, prairie wagons. Okay, so these prairie wagons are all wood, wood, wood. Yeah, almost everything is just wood. Excellent. So what we're going to do is we're going to set everybody to gather wood while those two tents get built. It has been a while since I've played. I've almost forgotten where the buttons are. Resource collection. There we go. Let's gather trees. That's not what I want. Oh my goodness, it really has been a while since I've played. I've forgotten how to gather resources, the fundamentals of the game. There we go. Okay, harvest trees. We will harvest the trees in this vicinity. We will kick the time up to 10. And our two tents are built. So we now can employ persons at those two tents. Let's make one hunter. Can we do more than one hunter? We can. How many can we put in there? Holy moly, 6 hunters. Wow. Well, let's only do one hunter, and then we'll do one forester. And we'll put them... There we go. Okay. Now let's find out how many trees that we're going to need. We're going to go with the themed sets, wagons, and one of these wagons had a horse, or not a horse, but a oxen at the front of it. Where was it? Oh, there's different varieties of them. Okay. There we go. Okay. So these ones are decoration and they're free to build. Eight people I'm going to go with, let's do this. Okay. And which one do we want? I like the one with the animal. Is that a donkey? Is it a horse? Looks more like a donkey. Okay. This serves as a hostel for 2 families. And then this one's a hostel for 2 families as well. Okay. I'm gonna put that in there. And that needs 32 logs. Okay, we have a house for some of our residents. I mean, it's not really a house, but it's a building that they can stay in. Now, the next thing that we want to do is make sure that we are getting food coming in and wood being cut. So let's get a woodcutter to start making firewood. And we'll just go with a tiny pine chopper, and we'll put them right next to the yard. So he can start cutting firewood. Our hunter is bringing in some meat for us, hopefully. Let's see if we've got, well, nothing this season, but we will also want to get fish. So let's look at what sort of small docks we can put in. A tiny fisherman. How is that circle? It's not great, but we're also looking for something to start the town on. So going to do that, and then since not everybody is housed, let's get another wagon. Actually, we should be thinking long term. We should be thinking about putting in the log cabins, but I do like the look of this circle. Log cabins, they're living in there. Wonder how much heat, like if will it take care of their heat? Let's do that. And then the style should match. I think, did I go with? That looks more like a white. Okay. Our settlers will get another little cabin built. Oh, these ducks. They're just stuck floating in space. What the devil? They're like hummingbird ducks. And since we're going to start needing other resources, let's start focusing on clearing out the rocks in this area. In fact, we could do like collect almost all. Okay, let's put one person on wood chopper. Good. One person on fishing. And then we're going to go back to that theme set and see if one of these serves as a storage. So I'm going to count. Storage wagon. Okay. Everybody is housed. The reserve of firewood is low and the reserve of food is low. Is our hunter not getting any food? No, he's brought in food. Okay, oh, it's because the food went straight there. Okay. I suspect that our fisherman is afraid of going fishing because there is a bear standing there ready to eat any fish that is extracted. Smart bear. Okay. Next up. What is the build? Oh, the builder's building that. So we've got income of food with the hunter and the fisher. We've got a chopper cutting firewood. We could put in a school. And we also need to consider food. Makes food for the wagon train. I'm curious how that works. But let's put this right in the center. I kind of just like that, a little central campfire. I don't know what sort of food they make. Maybe they make soup out of stuff. We'll find out. And then we'll set that there. We also want to have a school wagon. that where we want it? Put it right there. Okay. Little wagon circle coming around, looking nicely. Got 2 people working as laborers now. They've aged up. Storage wagon. Gonna add one of them to being fisher. And then what do these guys do? Are they pulling in stuff for us? Iron ore, log, they are. Good. Venison, duck meat. Excellent. How's our food sitch look? Ooh, it looks pretty grim. Maybe we'll add one more hunter. Oh, we can't add a hunter. Only one person can work in that building. Okay. What do we want to do? Shall we go with the Crossroads build and get that Forestry Center up and running? I think so. Let's do a Forestry Center. That's the next thing that we're going to build. This is red ketchup design, Forestry hub. And we're going to locate that right there. Let's see, so where'd it go? We need 24 log. Let's cancel collection because right now all we need is log. Cancel removal of anything that I've said to remove. And focus on only gathering trees. And we'll pause these things. We don't need builders going back and forth until we have the full supply. So we're going to need 20, 40, 64 logs. Okay. Have at it. Why are you running around with a question mark on your head? What are you doing? A fisherman. Oh, does this only... I don't understand. 3 fishermen? Who else is fishing? Why is there 3 people on that? Okay. Fixed. Okay, we are definitely up to enough trees. We will cancel the removal of the trees and start focusing on building these things. Let's get the forestry center done first, because that will start bringing in food for us and start building where downtown-ish will begin. We also need to think about tools before we run out of tools. So what sort of small, maybe there's a tiny little blacksmith sort of thing that we can do. Little bitty blacksmith. Pretty sure there's a really small one. Tiny smith. That's really tiny. But it's also a building, and I don't want something that's a building quite yet. I think one of these is just a anvil. There we go. Toolsmith. Oh, but you need iron, which we don't have yet. Only have iron ore. Okay. So we can make iron ore out of charcoal and firewood. All we're making is firewood right now. Hi, Moose. I wanted to make a small settlement or a train town, and so I'm starting here with a little wagon wheel circle area with the hard setting, and then I'm going to get my little forestry hub, of course, going here. And now that I look at it, it's actually not a great placement because of this hill. But then we'll get mining town here, and I think I'm going to run a rail line through town. So I'm excited at playing around with these rail buildings. We're going to keep this iron limit down to 50 for now. The toolsmith can be unpaused because we're going to be generating iron here in a second. And yeah, I really want to stick with kind of some of the themed sets rather than exploring all over the map of the billions of things that exist in Banished Megamod. We'll employ one person there. And now that we have that, we can actually consider our first log cabin. I don't know if so these serve as hostels, I think, so I don't think people have children. Oh no! No! Crash. Well, we're gonna start that up again. Okay. This bear just likes hanging out by the fishing dock. I don't know why that storage wagon doesn't have stuff in it yet. Uh, maybe it just finished building, because it looks like there's actually quite a bit, which means my toolsmith hasn't been placed, nor my smelter. Oh boy. Let's get on getting those things. Smelter. And the toolsmith. Okay, food is doing okay. We're gonna start gathering. Oh, a child was born. So there we go. There's the information. Durwoody was born. So people do have children in the wagons. Ah! Is it the wagons? Is it this wagon? Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is this thing, I don't like where it's being placed. Just because of that hill. Is there a slight... If I went over here, it would actually be a little far away. Yeah, I'll leave it as is. Now last time what happened is when I clicked on this back wagon here, this is when it crashed. No crash. Okay. Let's see if adding the smelter... and... toolsmith. Toolsmith, smelter. Pause that, because we don't have iron yet. Gather some iron ore. Put somebody in here. Limit it to 50 iron. Have you use firewood. We can unpause that. Okay, a child was born, so the wagons do allow children to be born, which is good. $20.40. Okay, we will employ one person in the forest center. Whoops, I kind of like that circle. I wish you could pin the circle without having the window open. That'd be something nice. Okay. How old are our children? 5 and 9. Maybe I'll try to get this school built on time to catch that 9-year-old. Priority. The school wagon exists. Put a teacher in there. A toolsmith exists. We're gonna have you make iron tools. Yeah, I probably will flatten the hill. I'm trying to play this kind of like on a really easy mode. I've almost considered using the mines that generate unlimited iron, coal, and stone, just because I want to spend my efforts in making this city beautiful rather than my efforts in balancing resources. Venison, potato, and water. Venison, roots, and water. So before I have somebody working at the chuck wagon, I need to have a source of fresh water. Okay. And I think one of the buildings that was in that theme set was a water tower. Water barrel. Okay. Save. Just to make up for the potential crash that could happen. Okay. Now that that part of town is built up, I can start inviting more people into town once I have a nomad attractor up. Let's go with a 20% attractor. That's a good thematic nomad sign that just kind of jives there. Now, when I look at the map, there is potential for them not to be able to get to town because of various entry points. So, could I put a small bridge here? Let's do that. I think that's under the roads, bridges, maybe that one. Hey. Somebody can go up there and build that. And we will put almost all and we want log cabins. Houses. All these notes of iron. You are making iron, right? Yeah. Okay, how much iron ore do I have in my inventory? 41? Okay. The tool maker probably can slow down a bit. Oh, we've only got you at 50 tools. Okay. That's why I keep getting the notification. As soon as the iron's made, he grabs it. Okay. We're going to want to put in a road. Okay. What? Somebody died of starvation? How'd that happen? I've got 400 food. Now this themed set also has little dirt roads. Time just slowed down. Oh, a tornado has touched down. Where are you at, tornado? There you are. I played so many games, so many hours of this game before I actually had a tornado. And then I had one map, and like, in my first 20 years, I must have had like 5 tornadoes. I don't think you're going to disrupt our town. Okay. Back up to the... Okay. So I think the first thing that I'll move is I'll take this guy who's camping over here in a tent. The hunter. Now let's get the forester properly situated. We want the forester. Oh, we can't place it yet. Okay. Woodcutter, we're going to take you off of... I'm going to take you off of being a blacksmith, and we're going to have you make a little bit of fresh water for us. And Tiny Chopper, we're going to have you make some... Do we have mushrooms in there? Herbs, no mushrooms. I don't think... Do we have onions? I don't think we have the stuff to do it with. Okay. We're not going to hire you to do that. Why? Why?